What is up, everybody? We are live. Myself, Mr. Chris Stonadge, Mr. Paddy Murphy. We're here to have a little chat about the title race. Now, Chris, you were at the game yesterday. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate Ox's performance, mate? No, I'm only joking. You were at the game yesterday, man. I hope you and Izzy had a good time.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, mate. It was really good atmosphere, actually. Some games this season haven't had the greatest atmosphere, but from minute one, the crowd was really, really good. Norwich fans were pretty darn dire, really, for an away support. But yeah, it was great fun. My 94th game at Anfield. So happy days.
I mean, you're putting in the yards, my man. That's pretty damn impressive. 94. Nice. Well played, sir. And your good lady, was she impressed with the Anfield experience?
She was, and she was even more impressed with Mo Salah, which is probably to the detriment of myself.
Well, look, we're all in that boat, mate. Do you know what I mean? We all see Mohamed Salah whipping his top off and, being ripped. And then there's me. And that's what my wife has to. Do you know what? Let a little secret out of the bag. My missus kind of has a crush on Guardiola.
Well, that's a good thing for you, surely.
It is, yeah, absolutely. She looks at Pep, then looks across at me and goes, when you order Pep from Wish.
It's like a Pokemon devolution.
I don't understand that, Paddy. I don't speak Virgin.
It's like Charmander.
Crystal Translate.
I know, mate. I will. Listen, boys. I'm not sure that's really founded on anything, Paddy, as you're the only single one here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's yeah. Fair. Okay.
Look, before we get stuck into everything tonight, a few little bits of housekeeping as always. Want to say thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped, for their continuous support of the channel. Don't forget, you can get 20% off, free shipping, store-wide on anything, whether it be the Lawnmower 4.0, the Performance Package, whatever it is your heart desires. Our friends at Manscaped have got you covered. WFM20 is the code for that discount. And finally, as you know, folks, I always listen to feedback, and I could have done this in a smart arse way, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try and do it properly. So I always read through the comments to see if there's bits of feedback and stuff like that. And, I always appreciate when people take the time to critique me, but in a kind way. So for the people that were having a pop at me yesterday for criticizing Mohamed Salah, and then in the next breath when he scores for praising Mohamed Salah, I just want to say that you cannot have both sides of my personality without the other. So you can't say, I love your passion, but don't be critical of a player. In the heat of the moment, I have a camera on me and this footage stays up. All of you sitting at home or inside a stadium or wherever you are, you get to have your say, good, bad, or indifferent, I don't know, but you don't have a camera on you. It would be far easier for me not to put these moments back up, but they are real. They are genuine. They're who I am. And I understand if it gets a bit heated, but literally, this means a lot to me. So you get both sides of my personality with it, and I can't apologize for it, and I can't change who I am. So yeah, appreciate your input, but ultimately, I call it as I see it. So that's that. And I couldn't change. Even if I wanted to, because I can't switch my emotions on and off. I am angry. I am happy. I am mostly angry. Let's be fair, Paddy. I'm mostly angry, dude.
Listen, as you said, you're just an emotional fan like, the rest of us. And that's what we love about you. And yeah, you can't, it's all the one, you know what I mean? It's all encompassing. So keep going.
Exactly.
Some people just feel like it's unfair to criticize a particular player. Some people it might be Mane, some people it might be Salah. For Christoph there, clearly it's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. But look, it is what it is. If somebody misses a chance and they should have passed, if you're at home watching a game, I would probably say you're probably going, shit, hell, should have passed or something like that. So just keep that in mind. I could take this footage down. I could save myself the headache. But ultimately, it is who I am. So I can't apologize for it. Right, gents, what a night. What a day, Chris. I mean, how are you feeling? I asked Paddy this as well. From 1-0 down with that Rashika deflected shot of Matip. It's a long way, Chris, from that to 7:30 last night when Spurs had just beat Manchester City 3-2.
It's literally from Z to A almost. Like we were getting frustrated. I don't think we were deserved to be 1-0 down. I'm not going to lie. I don't think we were anything special, but at the same time, they weren't anything special either. And the goal was just unlucky at the end of the day. Funny story, I didn't actually see the goal. I was drinking a pint, but
good man, Chris. Get it into you.
Exactly. So I didn't actually have any critique on the goal until I saw the replay. But as soon as Thiago Alcantara came on, I mean, the game just changed, didn't it? It was unbelievable. The impact, and I think it was just like he came on 62 and we scored 64 and 67, like unbelievable. And we had me and Izzy had the perfect view of Alisson's kick. We were sat right behind it in the Anfield Road end. It was just perfectly angled. It was amazing, unbelievable, and yeah, we were all very, very happy. And then on the coach home, Tottenham decide to become just not be Tottenham for a day, and that's unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh, you were awake for the coach journey home, were you?
I was asleep on the way, but not on the way back.
Oh, did you see a Paddy bless some old man there having a little 40 winks on the coach on the way to the game?
Tactical winks. You know, fair play. I reckon I rate it.
Definitely said wink, by the way. Just putting that out there. We've all had a tactical, but he definitely said wink.
Listen, I love if you can. Fair play if you can fall asleep on the coach. Fresh for Anfield, 100%.
Fresh for the pub, mate. Fresh for the pre-Anfield.
Really went on the goal, by the way, Chris. Oxlade-Chamberlain got dispossessed high up the pitch, and they scored.
Boys,
just I know you missed it, so I'm here to fill you in.
Listen, Craig, on Twitter today, I've made my stance on Oxlade-Chamberlain very clear. I've said that I've come to the dark side on the Oxlade-Chamberlain situation. He's not good enough.
It's not the dark side, Chris. It's just the factual side.
Honestly, yesterday he filled me with so much frustration. He was meant to be helping Joe Gomez out. Joe Gomez hasn't started in 15 months, and he left him isolated so often. It was just so frustrating. Honestly, look, he's done great at certain points this season, but mate, yesterday it was the worst I've seen by a long way.
That assist, Paddy, from Alisson was amazing. But I know I say this to you, Paddy, because I know you've bigged up Sa at Wolves, and he had a similar one. I don't know if you watched the game against Leicester earlier on, but he pinged a long diagonal ball with the wind all over the place as well, straight to, I don't know if it was Neto Podence or one of the players.
I think.
Yeah.
So Jose Sa's, he's been unbelievable. He's been a great signing for them from Olympiacos. Very underrated goalkeeper, one of the best in the league this year. And Alisson's kick yesterday was just sublime. What a man Alisson is. I think in the last 3 seasons, or is it the last 3 seasons, he's had an assist, and then the season he didn't assist, he had that big save versus Milik. So, I mean, he's just a hero. I love the bones of the guy. Yeah,
he's so damn good. Every time I watch him, I still see that he's improving as he goes on, and it's a masterclass. And I want to say again, Chris, I thought yesterday, I'd be interested to get your view on this, having been at the game, but I thought our centre-backs were really good again, although I've seen a little bit of criticism of Matip from some of the press. Not criticism, said he was a bit wobbly for a slight period, but I thought they were both imperious again.
I didn't see that. It's probably because the goal deflected off him or something. People are looking for a scapegoat. Joel and Verge. The thing I noticed most about them wasn't really their performance, is the fact that they went and sprinted back to celebrate with Alisson after he did that kick for Mo. And Virgil. I mean, there was one part, I think it was in the first half, where it was Rasica running down the left, and he had a bit of a run in him, and Virgil just put the afterburners on, sped up, and it was just absolutely no chance for him to get there. He's so deceptively quick. Even with his injury, I thought it'd be something he'd lose, but he's rapid. He's still got it. He's quality, and I'm really happy that they've both continued to gel their partnership together.
So, did we see the footage from the Cam Brook fight last night? And I'm not talking about the fights in the ring, gentlemen. I'm talking about the behind-the-scenes stuff that I think, did Connor send it into our WhatsApp group? I'm not sure if he sent it to me or into the WhatsApp group. Did we see it regarding one of the Manchester City players? I'm going to put it out there, Paddy. Their heads have gone.
Yeah, I mean, is it confirmed it was from last night? I had a few City fans saying because there was no neck tattoo on him.
Okay, but, if it wasn't, hands up, absolutely. But
yeah, I think it was though. I think it was just the angle, but
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah.
Because there was enough of them at the fight. To be fair, there was enough of.
I can imagine
there as well.
I can imagine it was just a bit of banter with Liverpool fans, and then and Foden and his family, that just they couldn't handle. His mother is known for being a bit of a live wire. She's had a couple of skirmishes in the past. Don't condone the punch that was thrown by the man towards the woman, but Phil Foden was nowhere to be seen anyway in that moment.
Absolutely. Well, he came out afterwards, didn't he?
Oh yeah, so we gave him giving a Billy Big Bollocks all right when they were halfway down the corridor. Let me at them, don't hold me back. That kind of, we've all been there. Now look, the reason I bring this up is not because I want to have a cheap dig of Foden. He's fully entitled to go for a night out. I'm sure the club knew about it. Didn't look like he was on the sauce, nothing like that. But what I'm trying to say is this is a bit of a continuation, Chris, because you will not see our boys out there. And we've heard stuff as well about last week about Manchester City players for a night out as well. Again, Guardiola said that it was okay, no problem. But it just shows the differing of attitude from our boys who are at home, feet up, cup of tea, Diogo Jota out there ruling FIFA on Twitch. You know, a bit of a difference.
I suppose so, yeah. I suppose it does that. I don't really want to make it a club to club issue, but I suppose when you put it like that, it sort of feels like it. But yeah, don't condone how Phil Foden's mother acted. Don't condone how they acted back. It's ridiculous. There's been several issues this weekend. But there's always going to be, the world's not perfect. There's always going to be people like that.
The reason why I bring it up again, and I'm not having to pop a Phil or a Grealish or any of these lads, because they're young men, they're out and they're entitled to a night out. I'm sure it was all above board with the club. The reason I'm bringing it up, Paddy, is it just goes to speak about a differing culture at the two clubs and the attitude of how to approach this part of the season.
Yeah, I mean there is that, I suppose, but I'm not a part. I don't like this culture where people think footballers can't go out and enjoy themselves if they've had a loss. It's they still should be able to live their life. They just happen to have a camera on them now. I think John Stones was at it as well. Like, you can go to these events and not cause trouble, of course, and there is certain players that get in unsavory positions, but footballers have a life to live. You know what I mean? They don't go and earn all this money without being able to squander it. Although I'm happy that at Liverpool we seem to avoid any of these skirmishes. This seems to be very well drilled in the media. And I think the one time I can remember any sort of unsavory actions from a Liverpool player or was Mamadou Sakho when he turned up late for that pre-season trip. And there was a clip on LFC TV of Klopp doing an interview and Sakho coming over and gate crashing the interview, and then Klopp was like, "No, I wasn't the one that was late to the plane. It was you, Mamadou." And then he was literally never seen. He was never seen again. So Klopp clearly doesn't fuck around with people who don't behave.
That's kind of where my point was with this. It wasn't a dig at City. It was more pride in our boys and the way we're handling ourselves, the way they carry themselves as individuals. And yeah, I fully agree with Paddy. These young men, multi-millionaires. Jesus, Paddy, if there were cameras on me, mate, when I was that age, I tell you what, I wouldn't be sitting here now. I can promise you that. So, absolutely. And look, as I said, Foden didn't look like he was drunk to me. Grealish was at the fight. I felt for Cavani, by the way, who went to the fight to support that Uruguayan lady who was fighting, and she got her ass handed to her, of course. We have another Scouts world champion in Natasha Jones, but I felt for Cavani on that one. But I want to ask you guys this big question. Do you reckon the title race is in our hands to lose or Manchester City's? For me, definitely still advantage Manchester City.
Oh,
of course.
100%.
Of course. For sure. I don't know if you've seen the breakdown of the who has to play who, and the run-in, or quote unquote run-in. It's a bit samey, but I would say it favours City in terms of the level of opposition. City's is Everton, United, Palace, Brighton, Burnley, us, Wolves, Watford, Leeds, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa. And then we have Leeds, West Ham away, Brighton away, Arsenal away, United at home, Watford, City away, Villa away, the Blue Shite, Newcastle, Spurs, Southampton, and Wolves on the final day.
Yeah, Wolves on the final day has banana skin potentially written all over it, doesn't it?
What is it with Wolves on the final day? It's also giving me PTSD because that was this 97-point season, Wolves on the final day, and then that Glenn Murray moment of magic. But I still have a little bit of hope, if he's still there, that on the final day of the season, Gerrard and Villa can beat City, because he's had a bad run, and you know how fickle football is. I really hope Stevie can pick it up there.
Absolutely. And for you, Chris, where are you in the title race? You still siding with its Cities? I mean, it's right for us to put the pressure back on them as well, by the way. We should be doing that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna full on Brendan Rodgers it and just say we have to win our next game and we'll see what happens.
That sounded very Protestant to me, Chris. I mean,
oh no, I should have done that. I should have done it. Here we go.
Paisley off that, and I'm not talking about Bob Paisley.
Here we go.
Just say no a few times there, Chris. Say never.
Never.
There you go. There you go.
Is that
Perfect, Paddy. He's got it sealed.
A1.
It's the only good impression
Excellent.
I've got. But no, honestly, just win our next game and see what happens. It's in City's hands mathematically. So,
By the way,
and
everyone, Chris
particularly
isn't
towards our
pretending
hours.
he's interviewing himself here, wiggling the mic around. He just fucked up his mic stand.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to actually hold it. That is hilarious.
honestly, I've been in a grudge match. Mum Izzy had to go out because I was scaring her of how much I was shouting at the mic stand for not working.
Jesus Christ, you wouldn't last a day in my house. My God.
Honestly, I was
Paddy, you'll
so
get to witness my house firsthand next week, mate. We're all fucking
I-
screaming at each other in this house.
I
Even the
can't
dog.
wait.
I truly can't. I can't wait.
It's gonna be
I'm
great.
buzzing.
Work.
Brendan Rodgers, by the way, gents. I mean, it's all falling apart. And Wolves making a push for the top four with a sneaky 2-1 win today. And also, Paddy, somebody who I have a soft spot for, Pedro Neto, back making his return for Wolves today after 10 months out.
Great baller. Great. I didn't realize he was over 10 months. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I hope he can go and kick on and we sign him. No, but he's a fantastic footballer. And I seen an interview we done with Sky, him and Connor Cody, a nice little funny never have I ever kind of thing. Very good personality as well. He'd fit right in. So yeah, he's a great footballer. I remember he scored that goal against us in the year we won it, and it was disallowed. Remember, he gave it the big one to the main stand, I think, and it was disallowed. So that was funny. But yeah, no, great footballer. I wish him all the best and hope he can play himself into the Liverpool team in a few years.
I mean, I'm already buzzing for the game on Wednesday, lads. It's, that game would put us within 3 points, and Bielsa's come out, well, at least the media have started to come out and say it looks like Bielsa's on his way in the summer, no matter what. He just doesn't think I think the quote I'd seen, or the phrase I'd seen, was that he's not able to guarantee his absolute commitment in a role that is necessary to have that exact amount of commitment to compete in the Premier League. That's kind of what I read, Chris, when I was reading up on it.
Yeah, and I think he's probably taken Leeds as far as he can. I think he'll keep them up this year. I still think they're able to stay up, but I think they need sort of a different direction for them to evolve and improve. I think they could become sort of a stable Premier League team again. And they're a great addition. They're a great fan base. That game today was pure Barclays. All over Twitter was loving it. And yeah, look, I hope they stay up and I hope they do things. I think Jesse Marsh is the favourite for that job. So maybe we could be seeing those American team talks in the Premier League.
The thing about Bielsa is, the style he implements, it's bold, it's brazy, and with a good with a high quality level of players, you pull it off. But you can't be doing that sort of stuff against, like I seen Roy Keane talking about it today, trying to pull off that sort of style against a United team with quality players in possession. It's just not doable. And as Chris said, he's taking them as far as they can go at the moment, unless they get magical like investment. But he's probably thinking Rafinha's going to leave, and yeah, it's probably better for him to leave on a high, which would be keeping them up, than dragging it on in his not old age, but you know what I mean. And it doesn't help that he doesn't learn the language. And I know it's harder to learn a language as you get on, but he clearly has no desire to learn it, and I feel like that can only impact and hinder his true impact.
I think it's a fair point. I mean, he's been there long enough. You think? I have a feeling he probably does. I think this is part of his aura, his shithousery. Yeah, I think look, Bielsa's an OG of the coaching world. He's a great coach, but actually, just to answer this real quick, no, it isn't on TV on Wednesday, that game. It's one of those that we're going to have to get the old Surfshark and the old Canadian DAZN account out, shake it down and get it ready. And we will be on YouTube for that, by the way, on Wednesday, starting from about 40 minutes before kickoff. Right, Paddy, I'll address this to you. This gentleman, Josh, thinks, and thank you for the super chat, my man, I think we have a good chance of catching City in the title race. We just need to beat City on their patch. Do you guys think we can win at the Etihad?
Yeah. On that, right? Listen, and you know me, I get excited as much as anyone. I think we haven't beaten City at the Etihad for about 6 years, and I believe it was Klopp's first season when we did do it. 2015, Firmino, Coutinho, sort of thing. It's not easy to go and do. Like we need to stop looking at this game as a gimme, and I'm going to make that adjustment in myself. Going to winning at City is a big if we go and win. But I think, God willing, inshallah, results can go the way where we won't need to go there and win. Do I think we can win there? Yes. if I was putting my money on it, I'd edge towards the draw, if I'm being completely honest. But I feel like we've got it now within the realms of it won't be decided by that game anymore, I don't think. We need to go to Leeds now, or Leeds need to come to us. We need to smash Leeds, make a statement. We've ridden our luck in the last few games, I think it's fair to say. In certain games, like not ridden our luck, in little aspects have been, we hasn't been perfect, but now we need to get that bit between our teeth. Let City deal with their down bit, and we need to go and smash everyone in our path.
Oh, we certainly had a rub of the green, Chris, recently. I mean, strike against us, they hit the bar. Again, Timu Pukki early doors yesterday, pulled one just wide of Alisson Becker. So I think, Paddy, some fairness to what Paddy's saying, but certainly City have had a little bit of fortune as well along the way. But you have
exactly. Yeah, everyone has to if they're going to go and win something. I mean, that game that Paddy mentioned, that one in 2015-16, my favourite all-time goal scored in that by Martin Skirtle. I just love how he just blasts it in and goes and slide in front of the crowd. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's going to be a game. It's going to be fortune. It's going to be luck. But at the same time, we have to make sure we're there and thereabouts. I knew that was going to come as well. I absolutely knew that was happening.
And if you stop it there,
come the final day. So yeah, if we were, I don't know, I'm still worried.
On ASMR there for a second. Did you hear that, Paddy? Oh, got a little shiver.
Oh,
I just speaking of getting little shivers, I've just had a visual. I've just had a little ball tingle. Picture this: final day of the season. We're level on points. We need a favour from Villa, Gerrard, and Coutinho. Last minute Coutinho screamer to win Liverpool the league. Gerrard comes on the pitch, takes his top off. He starts just goes mental. Can you imagine the scenes? Oh.
That would be the only way that could be a little bit better, Paddy, is if he has 2 nipple clamps on underneath.
Yeah, I was about to go there, but no, I know it's completely fantasizing, and I don't want it to have to go to the final day. But can you imagine? It would almost feel like Gerrard actually did win the league with us at the end of the day. Oh God, I can't wait.
That'd probably be the only scenario that I'd welcome Coutinho back to Anfield in. In that
whoever's waiting,
we would give Aston Villa a guard of honour in that situation.
Oh man!
Oh yeah!
Damn right.
Danny Ings gets involved. Fucking hell! We just give them whoever they want.
The only thing that could get any one of our players is if Lucas Digne crosses it and the bidders lose their head as well.
Oh, and they go.
Do you know what's hilarious?
Relegated. Oh,
yeah,
ejected.
Yeah. Liverpool's fans are planning their trip to Wembley and how they're going to possibly celebrate Liverpool winning a trophy. Everton are debating whether they want City to beat them or not.
Yeah, some of them were like, I don't mind if we go down. I don't mind if we get relegated. As long as they don't win it. Imagine that, Chris. Imagine having that type of mentality that you'll be willing to sacrifice your club. I think one of the only clubs who've never been relegated to get relegated, right? Just so a club that have doped financially, that have screwed the system, that have cheated, that have no morals in the way they've gone about it, in my opinion, you want them to win it just so Liverpool don't. Fuck me, man.
To be fair, I had this debate with myself the other day, and I sort of get where they're coming from, because I think if Liverpool went out of
well, come on, we've all done it. Before Crystal, sorry, Chris, before he comes in, that reminds me, did you guys see the post on Twitter of your man that said my missus bought a dashboard cam? And recorded audio, and she's got hours upon hours of me being interviewed by Sky Sports around my FIFA team. It was fucking brilliant. It was brilliant because we'd all be there. We've all done it.
Honestly. Yeah.
That could have went south.
Anyway, I had this debate with myself, and I thought, if Liverpool didn't exist, what team would I support? And I said, I'd just support whatever team played Man United and hope they won. I don't know if that'd be the same for you boys, but I honestly hate them that much.
Well, it would have always been mine.
Do you mean if Liverpool didn't exist?
Yeah, if Liverpool didn't exist, who would I support?
For me, it would have been Everton, because my brother's an Everton fan, and he
if Liverpool didn't exist from this point on.
Oh,
imagine we were sitting here and Paddy was our Everton fan that we brought on for videos. God, that would be very strange, wouldn't it?
Paddy would not have that many TikTok followers.
No, if you meant from now on, I'd probably just start. I'd put my time and effort into the Irish League. Then I couldn't pick up another Premier League team.
I watched Chelsea Pats the other night. Actually, 3-0 win for Pats. I'm so happy, by the way, about the news that it looks like Shells are trying to buy back Talca Park, they've got a consortium together with over £1 million of investment, which would be great. A lot of people know them, but Shelburne obviously based originally Southside, which is why I'm a Shelburne fan. They were originally based obviously around Shelburne, so it'd be nice to see them redo Talca Park, Paddy, because it's real close to Daily Mount, and I don't like the idea of Shells and Bows sharing a stadium.
No, I think that is the way it might go, but no, they're rivals and it should be kept like that. I agree.
This is why you just nod along, Chris, and go, yeah, League of Ireland's
I know Irish football. Years. I know some Irish football.
Bohemians. Shamrock Rovers.
I'm a Linfield man.
I'm a Herefordian. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was waiting for that. I love Linfield.
I don't know who they are. Are they Northern Irish?
They're the Rangers of the North.
Oh dear.
So it's like, yeah.
What about Portadown? Are they a team?
Yeah, they're Northern. They're the Irish League up north. Like,
okay,
they're also Rangers side. I think.
I just put Finn Harps now. So
they're Donegal. That's good. Republic, fair play.
Yeah, you're just going to be in for a lot of disappointment.
Free
Ballybuffet should try and get to a game on Ballybuffet. On this one,
actually, Newcastle I'd start supporting.
Thank you, Benjamin, for the super chat. First time you would want United to win the derby. I don't think it's the first time. I think there's been a lot of times over recent years we've wanted United to beat City.
I'm telling you now, do you know what? It's not out in the realms of possibility. I think it's possible because I tell you why. United are at the back of a good result, right? City are on a bad one, and Ronaldo has a point to prove. So I think it's possible. No. Can you imagine? And I tell you what, if Ronaldo scores a winner, I'll film myself doing this naked.
Is that a promise? Can we have that on TikTok, please?
Paddy's gone a shui or whatever it is naked. What have you got for us, Chris?
Don't know, mate. Just dull analysis on the agenda. To be fair, I'll just be like, I'll do anything. I'll do something. What do you want me to do?
No, do you know what? Do you know what Chris has to do? No nut November, but no nut to knock Ox ever again. That's his punishment.
Oh, that's fine. I'm doing that now. Did you not see my tweet earlier?
Yeah. Oh God, we needed an Ox compilation from Chris.
Patience turned on for his tweets, Paddy. Oh.
Oh man, yeah, I do. Of
course,
I need to see the
tweet. That's why I know. That's why I know he saw it because Paddy liked the tweet.
I like that. I gotta support the boy.
Yeah, I just boycott all these verified journalists on Twitter, Paddy. I can't be dealing with them. They all have an ego trip. Isn't that right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Man,
I heard from Izzy that you battered that mic stand because it didn't agree with you. That's what I heard.
Well, it didn't. It's so annoying, right? Sorry, I don't know if you even care, but this bit should go in a certain bit, and it didn't. It really annoyed me. You understand?
That's technical work right there. That's like me to Connor. This bit should go in that bit, Connor, but it's not doing it.
My brain doesn't fuse up right with that sort of stuff. When something's not working, I can't. I'll just not do it.
I don't get angry.
Like I'm sitting here, right? I'm sitting here. I have to do a stream later, I think, because I haven't streamed in like a week or so more, probably. But it's like, I have to get stuff ready. I'm such a lazy bastard. That's why I love Anfield Agenda. It's like, boop, boop, boop.
I had a shave today as well, by the way.
Oh,
no more
get that goatee grown. I want to see that beautiful goatee in person next week.
There's too much grey going on, Paddy. I won't lie to you, mate. There's too much grey.
You could be like an esteemed, like Pep Guardiola kind of like.
This distinguished gentleman.
Esteemed or fucking George Clooney-esque, mate. Nothing about me screams class, esteemed, none of that shit, Chris. Right, Wednesday. Who are we playing, chat? Let me know. Anybody wants to put their starting 11s into the chat, have a go. Myself, Chris, and Paddy will have a bash at it as well. Well, obviously, lads, we know the goalkeeper. No arguing. Trent's got to come back in. Are we happy about that one after a little rest? How has Costas played, by the way? Because I've seen mixed reviews on this, and by mixed reviews, I mean I've been the only one that's been a little bit critical of him. The rest of the world thought he was amazing.
He was
okay. Shit first half, good second half.
Thank you.
That'll be what I would say.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that because that's exactly what I felt. Maybe shit was a bit harsh, but I felt giving the ball away too much first half. Some wayward passing and stuff like that. What I love about him, Paddy, is unlike Robbo, he's more willing to try and step in front to win the ball from the opposition player, which is great if it works. But if it doesn't work, we're in a bit of trouble then because you're already
Virgil did
turned
have to cover.
and gone.
Virgil did have to cover for him several times as well. When he went
Yeah.
masquerading forward. But yeah,
I
I thought he was
just-
all right.
As much as I love Costas, perfect backup, but I love the chemistry and understanding Robbo and Verge have. They have such a good communication, and I seen a video that the F2 freestylers done with Verge, Robbo, and Mateusz Mujalowski, but they were talking to Verge and Robbo about their communications, and it was nice to hear a little insight.
Eye roll there from Chris. Did I just see an eye roll?
Yeah, F2 freestylers. F2.
Yeah, no, but it's just because they do it on the video with. But
Really
I'm talking about how
demanding
Virgin
review.
and Robbo spoke about their understanding, inside, outside, basic stuff. But it's just interesting to hear it. But yeah, Costas was great, but Robbo needs to come back in 100%.
Yeah, Costas is a very, very, very able deputy. Just again, it could have just been that he had no rhythm. You know, he hadn't played in a while, and then we have to take that into account. Somebody in the chat here wants some opinions on Gomez. You know, we know Trent's going to come back in, but I have to say, my thoughts on Gomez were that it was unfair to be critical of him yesterday because, I don't know what that noise was there. He hasn't played much. I swallowed air instead of actually speaking. I was like,
Raggy? Ruby or the Ruby Ragger?
Oh dear.
Oh, I don't even know where I was going. Yeah, I think it's a bit unfair to criticize Gomez because one, he's been out for ages, and two, that's not his natural position.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I thought he was solid.
He
What?
wasn't great. He wasn't great though, was he?
Okay, I don't want to. I'm not in the business of abusing good Gomez. Like he fucking hell. He's been out for about 17 years. God love him. Like, someone needs to bring him to a barber though. He needs to get his trim and hair and beard done.
And to be fair, Ox in front of him didn't help. He left him exposed so often.
Ooh, look at this. He really
So
has
shite. He's so bad.
He's not. What I will say,
I'd rather Milner. Do you know what? I take back everything I said slandering Millie. Milner over Ox every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
I think Chris is just 20 minutes away from making a Stan type recording to send to Oxlade Chapel at this point.
Gomez was my man of the match yesterday.
Huh?
Man of the match, Gomez.
What?
Someone in the chat.
What? Were they wrong?
Their picture is Craig, so I feel like he could be trolled.
I hope so. No, Gomez was still. I think Gomez being there helped Salah be on the ball a little bit more. I can't. Salah was helped by Gomez being on there in terms of being able to dribble inside a lot more because he had more space. But having Trent there as a primary creator does help.
Before we move on to the centre backs in midfield, just want to, before I forget, thank you for the super chat, Herman. Is Leeds game more important than the League Cup final? No, for me, the Cup final is more important.
Are you going to remember in 5 years if we beat Leeds in the league? Probably not. Are you going to remember if we win the cup final? Then yes, you are. So I think that says enough.
I think the Leeds game is unbelievably important. And in terms of the hierarchy of it could end up being more important winning this game than the League Cup final if it meant we won the league, But it's like it's hypothetical for now. But no, this League Cup. Someone goes to me in my chat earlier. If he's lose, it'll be it's only the League Cup. No, it's only the League Cup anyway. It's not about winning the trophy. That's not the symbolicness of it. It's the thing. It's the confidence it's going to give to the group and instill in the group. And as Chris said in the tweet, what that done for City for so many years, it gave him that impetus. And let's not forget, it's 1/4 of the quad.
And second half of this, Chris, to you, should Klopp play the first team 11 in the League Cup final on Sunday?
I think it will be pretty much the first team 11
plus
apart
Kelleher.
From
Yeah, Kelleher starts. We know that. He's already said that part.
That's about it, to be honest. I don't think he might play Minamino because of the injury problems to Jota and Firmino, but I don't know. I think it'll just be Kelleher, and then the rest will be a strong team as he can.
Yeah, so a bit of a mixed bag on the injury news there as well, gents. We look like we'll have Jota back earlier than feared, but Bobby has picked up, and the only phrase I've heard is a muscle injury. Don't know what part of his body.
Out for a while as well. It doesn't sound good. Out for a while.
Very, They love these vague statements about our players being injured now, don't they? They don't give too much away. Yeah, so centre backs. I mean, for me, pick any two to play, like Verge and anyone at this point, because Matip's great.
With a view to the
great.
cup final, I'm thinking it'll be probably Verge and Ibu because we'll start Matip and Verge in the final.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I'm happy with it.
I'd agree with that. And Kanate can deal with Dan James more because he's quicker.
Yeah. True. Very true, actually, yeah.
This is absolute horseshit. Pony of the highest order. He could be back for the game, mate, next weekend. So, just to correct it, because I don't want people in the chat getting stressed there. I don't want my head.
I got you as his profile picture.
That's the same guy. Yeah, Alex is definitely trolling now. He's the same guy who said Gomez is man of the match. He's a Chelsea fan, actually. I think he's been in my... I know him. He's a Chelsea fan. Fraud. But was Jota going to play, though, I wonder? Is he fit?
He might come
I say we go with the same three that started yesterday. I just think we need to have a different makeup in midfield.
You mean against Leeds or the Cup?
In the Cup final. Or against Leeds. Anyway, I want them all. Just them three now. That's it. Diaz, Mane, Salah. That'll do me.
You might, you know what Jurgen does sometimes? He might stick Origi in just randomly. I was glad to see him come off the bench.
No, you can't stick Origi in dry. You need to lube him up first.
No, exactly. He just does it though.
You need to have him on the sidelines and pepper him a little bit, and massage him and tell him it's going to be all right, and then release him. Let him do his damage.
I reckon he might start on Wednesday.
I think we beat Leeds easily, to be honest, because I think we will. They're nothing special. But it's the league. I'm worried about this cup final, man. Chelsea in a final give me the heebie-jeebies. They really do.
They really give me the Lukaku, Paddy. Only 7 touches or something like that in the entire 90
lowest. He had the lowest touches in a Premier League game since 03-04.
Ridiculously.
I don't know. I actually have a soft spot for Lukaku, as I've said before. So I really thought he was gonna do the bits for Chelsea, but I'm glad he's not, because if they were a bit better, they'd be right up our arse. But they're 7 points behind us now, which is great. I've actually seen Chelsea fans that say that they're back in the title race now as well, and I've never seen delusion like it. My word.
No, man, don't be silly. You're not back in the title race, lads. You've done well. Fair play. You've had a lot of games, a lot of travelling. We know that feeling. Being champions of the world isn't for everybody, Chris. Takes it out of you at times.
Certainly does. It didn't deter us, though, did it? Really? We just went on we remember when we came back and just spanked Leicester.
I agree with all 5 pixels, Chris.
Is my Wi-Fi going? Is that what happened? Have my Wi-Fi gone?
It's a bit shaky still. Now you're here, but the resolution's a bit dodgy.
Oh Jesus! Oh, it happens. It happens. It's his student Wi-Fi. Blame the students.
All right, Chris.
I'm at home, no?
Don't mind him. I'd give you one.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
All right, no problem. That's what I'm here for. Protect you from that.
Oh dear.
So midfield for Wednesday. What are we saying midfield? We all agree Thiago up unless absolutely necessary. Break glass moment, like have him on the sidelines just in case he needs to break the glass.
Yes. Thiago is honestly, Thiago is the first name in the team sheet for me for the final.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, he's different gravy. And it's no coincidence that we scored 2 as soon as he came on. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's just such a effortless footballer, and he's played in grander stages in the League Cup final, so this should be a piece of piss for him.
Did you see his no-look pass to the left channel, by the way?
He just
exquisite.
Now, while we're lauding midfielders here, we have to speak about, Jordan Bryan Henderson and his assist for Luis Diaz, which was phenomenal all around, by the way. Phenomenal run by Diaz, phenomenal vision by Henderson, and a brilliant finish.
That run by Diaz, to see that space, get into the space, was excellent. The finish was delicate, sublime, succulent. But the ball from Hendo, I was the first man to give Hendo a bit of shtick in the week, saying I don't want him starting, but he played phenomenal yesterday. Or was it yesterday? Yeah, Jesus, it feels like a lifetime ago.
Weird.
But yeah,
Hendo looked better in the 6 recently.
Yeah, way better in the 6
when he doesn't have to run on that right hand side. Like, maybe he's an option to be the backup 6. Maybe we don't need a defensive midfielder in the summer.
That's what I was saying. I think he's. Yeah,
agree.
I agree. Yeah, I'm Tyler Moore, and I agree. But for me, Hendo's position is the backup 6. Is what I would want.
I think his passing's still underrated. If I could be wrong on this, I'm trying to work off memory. Was it Hendo that played the diagonal ball to Costas, who headed it for Mane's goal?
Yep.
Which, again, all around, by the way, that goal from Sadio, can we just take a minute? Because he almost had to, like, it wasn't just over the shoulder. He literally had to turn his entire fucking body in the wrong direction, pretty much, to make connection with that. And the keeper played his part, by the way, as well, with the big despairing dive.
Yeah.
Just a bit better.
I was going to say, I don't know how Angus Gunn didn't save that, but what a goal. Like, he finally got his overhead. And as much as, again, we've given Sadio a stick and think he's the first man out the door, you know, he still offers so much to us. And I enjoyed seeing him down the middle. I like to see. I think it was nice. I think we can cope with it with the absence of Jota if he's out. But for the final, I really hope Jota's back. Purely because I want to hear that song ringing around Anfield South.
And the other goal, Mohamed Salah. Well, I mean, we spoke about the ball from Alisson, but you know, he took the touch. You're wondering, oh, was he? You know, it was brilliant to bring it out of the air, but has he maybe pulled himself a bit back into traffic? But the wrong footing, lads, of the defense and the keeper on his arse, and it's the fact that it trickled into the goal just makes it so much better because it's more heartbreaking, Chris. That was the 2-1 goal. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I hope my Wi-Fi is getting a little bit better. If it's not, then it doesn't matter. But yeah, is it actually getting better? That's heroic.
Yeah, it does look a bit better, in fairness.
The finish,
10 pixels now.
The finish into the corner, it was just so composed, precise. He just waited for the note, and I think I saw Ben Gibson like rugby tackle Angus Gunn at the same time, which was fun. But yeah, it was just brilliant. Like the composure of the ball, the composure of the touch, the composure of the finish was just fantastic. Everything about
in the field, as they say these days. The celebration was a real kind of angry release from Mo there when he scored, and I'm all for that.
Yeah. Oh. I love seeing the passion from Mo. I love seeing him celebrate. And the goal was hilarious. Grant Hanley's dejected face looking back at the fella that was on the line going, come on, man. It was great. My favorite ever Mo Salah celebration, I think, is when he scored that banger against Chelsea and in the yoga pose, because Chelsea fans were giving him so much Islamophobic abuse in the week. Not all Chelsea fans, of course, but he was getting a lot of abuse, and he was just like, I loved it. That was when we were really going for the title, and you know, in another dimension, that would have been the league winning goal. But just I loved the man. I love him.
I wanted to do a segment on this, but I didn't know how to address it, and I didn't want to insult anybody or maybe come across the wrong way. But basically what I was trying to say was, I love the fact that we have players like Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane and other players who are of a religious belief and don't drink, because one, healthier, 100%, no doubt about that. And look, a lot of our other players of other faiths don't drink, of course, as well. But I think there are some religions and some people who just come across very well as pacifists and carry the love of a nation with them. And I want to try and link it into my thoughts on the right type of players that Klopp has brought in. I feel like that we've seen this influx of players that we've seen in recent 10, 20 years from Africa, and that it's wonderful. I love it. I'm all for it. More of it, please. And the more that we can get different viewpoints, the more we can get different religions, the more we can get different attitudes, the culture, to how you should prepare for a game, to dietary needs. I think it will only benefit us all moving on.
Massively. I mean, even James Milner doesn't drink, and he's the most apt professional.
He does only speak in Spanish to his child.
I know. Unbelievable.
That's the most bizarre thing I ever read, man.
That's true, by the way. Is that true?
Yeah, if
that is true, that is one of the best things I've ever heard, ever.
I'm pretty sure he learned Spanish to help a player settle in at Man City, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been Villa, it might have been Man City, I don't know.
But I can't imagine him speaking good Spanish. I just say, bonjour, ¿cómo estás? Una cerveza, por favor.
Bonjour? But he wouldn't be speaking French anyway.
That's the joke. That's the joke. Yeah, there's layers. It's like a cheesecake. Yeah, there's layers to the joke. You uncultured swine, Chris. That's what I'm saying to save it anyway.
It's amazing. Like, for those who don't know the story, so apparently legend has it that James Milner, since I'm not sure if it's his son or daughter, I can't remember, since one of his children was born, only speaks in Spanish to that child, and his wife will speak in English, so that child will grow up knowing 2 languages. I think that is dedication beyond belief.
It's unreal. It's just unreal.
The PlayStation and the Xbox have raised my kids.
Yeah. By the way, can I just say that the Scouse phrase of bevied is the funniest thing ever when someone's had too many drinks. He's fucking bevied, lad. I love that. I was in a nightclub in Liverpool and my mate got kicked out and the bouncer came over and said, "So I had to kick him out. Your mate's fucking bevied." And I was like, funny. That's hilarious.
I always say stocious.
Astocious.
No, just stocious.
Stocious. I just say, I think in Ireland you can say any word with ed on the end, and it counts for drunk.
Flutered.
I was absolutely Anfield legended last night. You know what I mean? I was absolutely Stonadge, which could mean a lot of things actually.
You could certainly.
I think that's right. I think Paddy's nailed it there. You could throw Anton with an ud at the end of it, like.
I was absolutely manscaped off me tits. Use code WFM20 for 20% off.
Yes, absolutely. And free shipping.
Yeah, absolutely. And Craig will come and deliver hand deliver. What?
Like the postcode lottery. I'll be knocking around on your door going, "Here you go. You eat some Benidorm.
Hey up, son, here you go, lad."
I'm so happy, by the way, that Cal Brook knocked out Can. Can I put that out there? And I want to say as well to everybody, you need to start fucking listening more to me. Everybody often asks for tips on betting. I told you he was going to stop him. I told you all week he was going to stop him from the 6th onwards. And there he was. He stopped them.
Yeah, to be fair, and he made Can not want to box ever again, so mission accomplished.
I have to say, Amir Khan took it like an absolute champion and a gentleman. I have to say, for all the bad blood, after it, I thought that Amir Khan and Kell Brook, they both, it was lovely to see. It's one of the things I love about boxing, but you got to sell the fight. You got to sell the fight. They didn't like each other, but I think Amir Khan showed huge integrity after that fight, the way he handled the loss. It's great to see.
100%.
Yeah, that, to be fair, that's a good thing about boxing. No matter, even in MMA as well. Yeah, most times, even at the end of a bout, they still show respect and are amicable. Unlike maybe Poirier and McGregor lately, but yeah, good to see.
That's all McGregor, though. To be fair, that's all McGregor.
Yeah.
I'm missing baby.
He's a legend. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Can be an absolute arsehole out of the ring, out of the octagon, but he's such an entertaining fella, innit?
That, I think the one comment of McGregor's I would have loved to have uttered at any point in my life was that I'd like to take this moment to apologise to absolutely
nobody.
But
that to me was, oh man, I wish I'd have come out with that.
But do you know what the maddest thing about that is that I only realised recently? That wasn't just out of nowhere. That was in response to a previous press conference with him and Alvarez, where Alvarez was like, "I want you to apologise. Apologise for what you said about my wife." And so he was like, "I would like to take this chance to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody." Sorry, it's a rite of passage for an Irishman to be able to do that fully.
And when he stood up and he said, "When one of us go to war, we all go to war." That was it. I was down to my undies in the sitting room at that point, Paddy, full on. After all, tied around the head, Rocky moment, ready to go.
Oh yeah, and also we're not here to take part; we're here to take over. I love it.
I mean, I have this thing in my head that Irish people have been too nicey nice, for too happy to participate. Sure, we're the good old Irish. We'll apologise. Fuck that. I love more McGregor type people, please, in society. More of it. I love it. I love that bit of. I was on the dole now. Look, I'd be fucking driving Lambo yachts and telling everyone to fuck off as well if I had that money. If I had fuck you money, that's exactly what I'd be like.
And that's why you have to.
I agree.
Do that Anfield agenda.
I don't have to worry about having fuck you money though, Chris. You know what I mean? I have fuck off money, as in when the bills come in the door. I fuck off, not another one. Right, so Wednesday, let's get back to the midfield. We didn't finish this off. Fabinho. I feel like this is the longest predicted 11 I've ever done, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing that.
Oh dear. Fabinho probably.
So-
I'm guessing. Keep him warm.
Fabinho,
Fabinho.
definitely. I mean, you have to play Fabinho against Leeds in
Hendo.
midfield. We need to win a battle.
Fabinho, Hendo,
Hendo.
Milner.
Nah.
And
I'm
Hendo,
off for Milner.
I can
Elliot.
already see your head falling off from
No,
here.
sorry. I forgot both of them can't play. I forgot both of them. They cannot play together.
Elliot plays for me.
Elliot.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Does he play Elliot to expel the ghost of Leeds past, or does he avoid
You
that?
mentioned this before, actually. It's a good show. At Anfield,
There's something to it because Elliot's going to see Leeds coming up, and remember that's when he got injured, and there will be a certain whatever mental stigma towards it, whether it be good, bad, and different, whether Elliot wants to avoid it or Elliot wants to go to war. But there's a question to be answered there for Klopp and Elliot.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. A bit of immersion therapy.
Definitely plays for me.
Right, so Fabinho, Hendo, Elliot, but that means Hendo's going on the left. I don't like that. I'd rather leave Hendo out with Keita. Yeah,
could be Keita.
Nah,
he only had 60 minutes on the other day, so yeah, I think he'll probably start Keita.
You would imagine.
I want to keep Keita fresh for the cup final.
I'd be almost nailed on he plays Hendo and Wembley.
Hendo,
yeah,
Fabinho,
I think he will as well.
Hendo, Fabinho, Thiago, and Wembley. I'm happy with that.
But Hendo on that 8 is not good, man.
Fabinho and Thiago playing football.
Yeah, but you remember Chelsea's midfield 2 dominated our midfield 3 the last time we played.
Yeah, I am worried about Chelsea, man. I am worried. We've played them twice this year, and we should have put them away, but we couldn't.
Same with City. We should have won that game at Anfield. It was an amazing game.
Yeah. City could have won it as well, to be fair.
Yeah, maybe I still feel sad because that Mohamed Salah goal deserved to win the game.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what a goal that was.
Unbelievable. Right, here's one. In the summer, players like Ox and Gomez need to go. Time to cash in. I wouldn't say there's a need to sell Joe Gomez. I would say that will be up to Joe. If Joe feels he's not going to get enough minutes and has a conversation with the manager, I think for the right price, the club will do business. But I certainly agree that Paddy's got me on side now, Chris, of the Keita Gomez conversation. For me, it's Naby. That if one of them's getting a new contract, I feel more comfortable now with Naby.
Do you mean Keita and Ox?
Yeah, sorry. Who did I say? Gomez? My apologies.
Yeah. Keita definitely deserves one. More than Ox. I think Ox is more sellable as well, purely because he's English. We could get probably 20 to 25 million, I think, for him. In the summer, if West Ham or Newcastle fancied a midfielder, and I think he would fit into both teams. Well, he'd do well anywhere, to be honest. If he stays fit, he's quality. Mr.
Murphy, comment here for you, sir.
Correct.
Thanks, Selhurst.
I shall be playing in Sellers Park in May for the Goals for Gosh tournament. 7-a-side charity match.
Yeah,
boy.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, just a few days after the season ends as well. So I'm going to expel the ghost of Christian Bull. I'm going to bring a photo of Dwight Gale and piss on it on the pitch.
I never get asked to any of these things, by the way. Never get invited to any of these games. I'm clearly not a celebrity like Mr. Murphy.
No, I think I just got asked to this one because, the guy who's the captain of the team is a TikToker and just sent it to me. It's, just one of those. You can come. There's loads coming, Craig. We'll get you over. We need Lord Craig with us.
No, it's all right. I need to fucking crawl on broken glass and beg now at this point.
I love it.
I'm always being shunned. Actually, here's one for you. I was going to say to Paddy, what would your rider be if you were to do a show or something like that? Rider being what you demand of the venue, like in your dressing room. What snacks, what stuff like that would you like? Would you make sure you have to have? You couldn't go on without them, and chat as well.
Genuinely
play along.
I've had a few things like that where people ask me, "Do I need it?" And I don't need anything. Just one as long as there's Wi-Fi. But then again,
I need that Wi-Fi because I'm a cheap cunt who won't pay for data when I'm out and about.
No, I do have data, to be fair. So just water, and I mean, yeah, water would be fine. And some, I'm not gonna say fruit because that's a lie. Like some, some like those fulfill bars, like some sort of energy like kind of bars.
Gareth Bale eats a dairy milk before he plays every game.
How many?
A dairy milk, like
one.
A dairy milk
right.
bar.
Yeah, well, before he sits on the bench for Madrid, anyway.
Chris, what about you? What would your rider be?
I don't know, just like Maybe
Is
like a
he?
massage. I know.
I don't know. I've never had a massage, Chris. I don't know how I
Have you
feel
not?
about it. I don't know.
Have you not?
I think I'd be disappointed if it didn't end with a happy ending. Genuinely.
You've watched too much porn, Greg.
No, I'm not even joking. Like, I can't picture this scenario without it becoming sexual.
Wait, Craig, you've booked me in for a massage in the Gaelic Cup final. What do you expect?
Yeah, absolutely. It will become sexual. Don't worry about that.
No, I kind of get that. But that's why you get a big burly man to do it, and then you're sorted. So it won't go like that, I mean.
Yeah, see, I don't know how I'd feel about that either. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how I'd feel about this big fucking muscle-bound, hairy oaf saying, "How are you, Greg?
How are you, love? Do you like that? Jeez, your balls are very soft."
Well, I thought you were doing the fucking Brennan's bread out there, Paddy. Brennan's bread. Today's bread.
Today's bread today. Oh, stop. Sorry, chat. Hamptons FC over here.
Apart from a massage now, because you're already showing your fucking middle class side here. A massage, maybe Pinot Grigio.
To be fair, I'd take like a Guinness or something. That'd be nice.
Before you go on stage, you brave man.
Brave. What would Chris be doing on stage, though? Can we imagine reading out his tweets? Say, "I'm verified with Chris Stonadge."
The gospel according to Chris.
Had a steak pie today. Was excellent.
Bravo, Mama.
What about a steak pie? Steak pie's a sound.
I know. I don't know what.
No,
I'm giving you this accent.
I can afford the good pies.
Mate, I'll tell you what, right?
What?
It doesn't have any kidney in it, Paddy. Just steak. You can afford the good pies. So the filet mignon pie is what he'll call it.
Oh, yeah.
The what?
There's
what?
just another language to Chris's.
Just move on, please, Chris.
Lack of knowledge. I have no idea what you just said.
Welcome back to 1080p, Chris.
You get your Chateau Neuf de Pat from.
Oui. C'est bon.
Oui.
So, Chris, apart from a hand job and a massage and a bottle of wine, with or Guinness, you say, didn't you? Guinness. Sorry, I just threw the wine in there. Guinness.
I love wine as well.
Brave.
I'm a student. It's fine. I can hold it.
I mean, you're both a fucking embarrassment. I would have a fucking platter of drugs on standby for me. That would be my rider. Diet Coke and a load of drugs. Even if I don't use them, I want them there for everybody else to partake in. You know,
that's a valid request, to be fair.
Yeah.
Diet Coke and a shitload of
paracetamol.
Well, you know, we could probably go a few grades higher, but yeah, that'd be me. I definitely wouldn't be eating before I go on stage. No way, man. If we ever do a live show, would you eat that day before you went on stage?
Oh, there's enough time in between, yeah, but not right before, no.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's different if you're doing like a live show, just talking ball, I think you can get away with it. But if you have to perform and sing and dance, like, yeah, you couldn't.
I really hope if we ever did a live show, we wouldn't have to do that.
Sing and dance.
I'll get up sing the Jota song. I'm telling you, we'll set out Vicar Street, buddy, for the Champions League final preview night.
Oh, man, that's my dream. That is my fucking dream.
It doesn't have to be a dream. We'd set it out easily. You'd set it out
People
easily.
keep telling me we should do it, but I don't know. I don't have the ego to believe anybody'd show up.
It's only like 1,000 people. You'd easily get 1,000 people.
Yeah, but Paddy, at $99.99 a ticket, like.
Yeah, well, that's true. But it's worth it.
That's without the VIP package. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that entails the special massage you were talking about.
It does, yeah. No, I would love to do it though. I'd love to do it there. You know, I really would. And Vicar Street,
if it's occasion driven, as in a Champions League final preview night, you'd fill it with Reds 100%. Even if people didn't like you, they might like me. Or if they didn't like me, they might like you. And then you get Chris involved. And then there's a bit for everyone.
True. No, it's very true. I think I have enough mates in an industry. Like, I get a few comedians along, and I'm sure we could, you know, even though he's a United fan, I could probably try and get Al down to do a few impressions. Imagine Al and Paddy going at it. Al Foden and Paddy back and forth. That'd be fun.
Incredible. By the way, we still haven't picked our forwards. Not gonna lie.
There's things in the pipeline that would see me and Al go against each other on a weekly basis, Craig. So,
hello. We like that.
Ooh.
Al's a good lad.
Possibly.
time for Al. Met him actually.
Yeah.
Bumped into him coincidentally when we were going over to the AJ fight. He was flying over to the UK to do something with Ricky Hatton at the time, and bumped into him on the plane, which was nice. He's a lovely guy, Al. Absolutely lovely guy.
Legend.
I'm only
Legend.
joking about 99.99 by the way, chat. Jesus Christ, people thinking I'm actually serious in here. No, if we ever did that like that, it would be for something like Talk to Tom, which is a mental health charity down here in Gorey, which do great work in the local community. Something like that, we'd be doing it for.
By the way,
just
boys,
the 99.99.
we haven't picked our strikers yet.
I thought I boxed that off earlier on. No, when I said just put
Same
the
again. We said
Divock. Divock's going to be thrown in.
I'd love
No,
Divock
I
to play.
suppose.
I'm on board. I'm on board, Chris. You've got me. Every time I think I'm done with Divock, he comes on, does a couple of step overs, and I'm like, yes, Divock.
I'm happy.
That's the man.
I'm happy with Divock through the middle if it means it's the Diaz on the left, though. Only then.
Maybe you'll save Mane for the final.
Do you know what? One
No,
thing
then
will
I want
say
Diaz.
people keep asking me about Salah and like should I double cap or triple captain, blah blah blah. He wants to play every single game, Mohamed Salah, every single game, because as Klopp said, he's just a freak of nature. He's so fit, and he wants that golden boot, and he wants more records. 150 up for Mo, by the way, with that goal the other day.
Superb.
He's only 8 behind Michael Owen, and he's done it in 60 less games.
And
That's
without
just
being a goal.
ridiculous.
And he won't go and play for United, the mank twat.
Touch wood.
I hate that little twat.
How is he still an
Honestly,
ambassador
I
for the
hate
club? It's embarrassing.
Did you see the stat, by the way, about 300 games up for Klopp when he's got the highest win percentage of any Liverpool manager at 57%?
Really?
7% win rate. I think I have the stat somewhere in my WhatsApp.
I have it here, yeah. Wait, let me see.
There you go, Paddy. You read it out there if you have it.
59% win rate, 300 games, 177 wins, 70 draws, 53 losses, and it is 0.7% ahead of Kenny. Then it's Bob Paisley, then Rafa, then Bill, Houllier, Tom Watson, George Kay, and George Patterson. So, yeah, unreal.
That is phenomenal if you consider the list of esteemed managers there, Chris. Kenny, Rafa, Shanks, Paisley. It's fine company he's keeping there.
It's quite brilliant. I will say though, back in the day when it was 2 points for a win, a lot of teams were more keen to draw games and would literally go out and play to draw, and it wasn't such a bad result. So I think that might have deflated Shanks and Paisley, but not taking nothing away from Jurgen's performance. In the 300
football
games.
before the back pass rule as well was painful at times. You remember? Did you ever watch games when the back pass was just
Denmark won the Euros off that?
Keeper, defender, back to keep. Oh fucking hell! That was dire stuff.
Danny
Dyer come in, to be fair.
I see. What's his name? Left Peterborough today as well. Alex Ferguson's son Darren. He resigned from the Peterborough job today.
He'll be back again in a few years. He's been there about 17 different times.
Yeah, I was going to forward my CV onto El Presidente there at Peterborough and say, look, Dara, do you know what I mean? What more do you want than an Irishman to come in there, take over the reins? I actually do email occasionally back and forth with Mr. McAnthony because I'm very proud to see Irishmen doing well. And, he's president of Peterborough and he's got a few other bits in the fire. So always kept an eye out for their results. But he's been there a while, as Paddy said, Chris.
Yeah. About Darren McAnthony, he's refreshingly open for. I don't know if he's a chairman or president or whatever he is. He really is. Around the lockdown time, he was very vocal about the playoff stuff. So I like to see it, and hopefully Peterborough do okay because they're a good little club.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we shall call that a night. Thank you very much to Mr. Chris Stonadge, to Mr. Paddy Murphy. We'll see you guys tomorrow night again. Same time, same place, same heroes. And my rider, by the way, would simply just be Diet Coke and drugs, as I said to Paddy earlier on. So, straightforward. Nice, simple.
Happy days.
We love it.
Right.
Perfect combination.
Talk to you guys soon. Lots of love as always. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Paddy. Thank you, Manscaped.